Hey everyone, my name is Frederick and welcome to my English podcast, episode 2. I want to believe you're all doing well. I know, it's been a long time since my first episode, but I promise I will do it more often now. As I said last time, my podcast is for those people who want to listen to slow, simple English speech to improve, make better their listening skills. Maybe it's difficult for you to watch movies, TV series, or other videos in English. Do you know why? Yeah, you need more practice. Not only in listening, but also in reading and grammar. If you know more grammar, you can understand more content. But remember, if you don't understand everything in a video or movie, or what I'm saying here, it's not a problem. Even if you understand 50% of it, it's good. It's not nothing, right? Do not focus on every detail of the speech. Try to always see the main idea, the context of the content. I hope my podcast isn't too hard for you to understand. If it is, try to listen to it one more time. It can really help. Well, it helps me with French and also academic and business English. Yes, sometimes I don't understand different things in English too. It's normal. It doesn't mean I'm stupid or I don't have good English. No, it just means that I can always learn and I can always improve myself in any sphere of my life. Also, if you want to read the script, the text of this episode, go to my Telegram chat, You Talk with Frederick. I will leave the link for you somewhere in the description. So, are you ready for a new topic? Well, I'm 100% ready, and it's time to begin. Today I would like to talk about psychology, more specifically, emotional intelligence. No, I'm not an expert in this topic. That's why I'm not going to tell you super academic facts, only basic things that can be clear for you. First of all, what is intelligence in English? In general, it is our ability to learn, understand, and have opinions that are constructed of reason. Ability is what we can do, our physical and mental skills. Now, let's talk about emotional intelligence. In short, this is the ability to see and control our emotions. It is also about how you understand the emotions of other people. Interesting, isn't it? We can say that it's relatively a new concept. Some people say that it came from the 1960s, others say from the 1990s. You know, there will always be debates about history. I personally think it's not important, not that important. Nowadays, this topic is becoming more and more popular in the world of psychology and other sectors of science. Daniel Goleman, this is a famous psychologist, says that emotional intelligence has 5 categories: self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills, empathy, and motivation. Let's try to analyze these 5 skills one by one. So, the first is self-awareness. Goleman says it's about understanding your emotions, having critical thinking, and also seeing how your words, actions, moods affect you and other people around you. Self-awareness helps you to see your capabilities, this is what you can do, and limitations, what you cannot do. How to develop, improve your self-awareness? Try to always look for constructive feedback, which is reasonable comments about you. For example, you can talk to your close family or friends and ask them, what do you think are my strong and weak sides? Or, in your opinion, what should I change about myself? After that, listen to what they say, analyze it, and make your conclusions. Another useful practice for this skill is thinking. It's so simple but so important. Just listen to the voice inside of you. For example, praying or meditating alone will help you to understand who you are, what you want, and why you want it. The second category is self-regulation. You should not only understand your emotions, but have control over them as well. Now, this doesn't mean you have to put your emotions on lockdown or hide your true feelings. No, you just need to know the right time and place for them. Daniel Goleman believes that people with this skill are able to adapt to changes in their lives. Plus, it gives a stronger sense of responsibility for their actions. So, what would help to develop self-regulation? You should find a way to manage your emotions. You should control them, not the opposite. You need to realize that you always have a choice of how to react to this or that situation. Again, it all needs time and practice. The next, number 3, is social communication. Being able to interact with others is another aspect of this topic. Once you understand your feelings and can manage your emotions, it's important to use this skill to build relationships with those who are around you. This is a significant skill in a professional career or studying. Significant means extremely important. Here are some things to make this skill better. Learn how to listen to a person with who you are speaking. Be in the conversation. Remember, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Probably there is a reason for that. Eye contact is also important. To be honest, this isn't what I do well, because I don't feel very comfortable looking somebody in the eyes. So I completely understand if it's difficult for you too. I also know that in some cultures, I believe Japan, it's not a good manner to do it. You see, culture is a big factor here. And of course you don't have to stare at someone. To stare means to look at somebody very closely with your eyes wide open for a long time. This kind of look may scare people. The last but one is empathy. By the way, the last but one means that it's the last before the last one. So this is number 4, and the next one will be the last category, number 5. I hope I'm not confusing you here. Empathy is one of my favorite topics to discuss. But first, what is empathy? In simple words, it's when you not only interpret another person's emotions at the moment, but you can share them with him or her. You feel what they feel. From my personal experience, I look at conflicts much more differently when I try to understand somebody's feelings. It changes the picture completely. In English we say, before criticizing someone, walk a mile in their shoes. In other words, don't be fast to criticize when you don't really know their experience. You don't know their story. I think all of you have situations when a friend tells you something sad, but you can't relate, you can't feel it. Or your friend is so happy, but again, you don't relate. In English, the word relate means finding or showing a connection between 2 or more things. So, if you don't relate to their situation, you don't feel what they feel, or don't even try. When you have empathy for other people, you will connect with them emotionally, and your relationship will be much stronger. And the last skill is motivation. I think everyone, at least sometimes, has a problem with it. When you are emotionally intelligent, you're not only motivated by money, popularity, or other material things, but you find your inspiration within, inside of you. Inspiration is another word for motivation. Money cannot be your only motivation, because they finish, and so does popularity, right? That's why we all need to have something that never finishes to inspire us. Usually, our family, friends, co-workers, classmates, etc. will affect our self-motivation. Therefore, we should pay attention to those people around us. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to some of them. You know, this year I decided to make a list of things I want to do in 2022. Before, I just had it in my head, but this time I decided to write it down on my phone. And from time to time, I open the list and see the goals there. It reminds me, refreshes my memory about what I want to achieve in my life. Surely, you don't have to wait for the beginning of the new year. You can do it anytime. And when you make your list, don't write abstract things like, "This year I want to improve my English." No. Say that this year you will learn a minimum of 500 new words and master present perfect and past simple tense, for example. Just make it realistic, something you can check later. Well, these were 5 categories of emotional intelligence. Was it hard to understand? I hope it wasn't. You know, I just thought that everything that I've told you today is closely connected to learning English, or any other language, or just learning. And yes, not all of us have the potential to be intelligent in mathematics, physics, or maybe chemistry, but everyone has a potential for emotional intelligence. If something wasn't clear to you, you can repeat the podcast one more time. And if you liked it, subscribe to the channel on the platform where you're listening to it. And I think I'll get back soon. Well, I hope I will anyway. Take care and see you next time.